I voted. Did you vote? Hey, bumcrack. Did you vote? And the show is black. Back in black. And we're back in black. Ping G. Black Friday. Why does it do this? In my experience, it's done this like 5 or 6 times. Started the show in black, and then it eventually went to the camera. You hit the like. I think I'll hit the like because I needed cha-ching. See, there it is. We now have video, and it starts out blurry, and then it clears up. What the hell? Oh, man. It's been a weird week. Weird week. Yeah. What's going on out there in Never Never Land? Ever Never Land. You don't know? I don't know either. Here's my co-host Tom. Ever popular, ever famous, ever immortal. Well, not immortal.
Yeah.
We should start a pool. Who's gonna die first, me or Tom?
No.
We're about the same age.
No, if Anissa doesn't clean up her act and quit all that partying on the weekend and going down to the club, she's liable to be the first one when them other winches down there cut her.
Yeah, it's like, what was that? Was it a Tom Hanks movie? They all put like $5 in a pool, and whoever survived World War II would get all the money. That's not funny. Yeah, it's really not, but it's funny now because we're both still alive.
Yeah. Um, like we don't know whether you're 82 years old, so you know.
Yeah. Mm.
What? Whoa! Let's back up a minute. Oh, geez, do not put that out to the universe. Anissa, was I right? Is that what you and the hubby do on the weekends? Y'all go down to the Possum Holler and drink and dance and carouse all night. The Possum Holler is or was a country bar down in York, South Carolina. A lot of big country celebrities played there back when they were getting started, and after they made it big and they were like passing through the area, they'd stop by there and play a few songs and whatnot. So you never knew who was going to be in there. Yeah. That's what they all say. Center 83. Okay. How is everybody this morning? Let's see what the chat has to say. Dang, you got a bunch of people in here. Mr. Bumcrack, good to see you. Good morning, Ping. Mr. Sadie, always a pleasure. Anissa, we love you. We
Yeah, we
love
do.
you. You love us. Let's
Get
be sweet and not have a fuss, which is what most families do. Uh,
your
lag.
dad joke singing is even worse than mine.
I know. No, it wasn't. The Possum Holler is is not Gillies. You probably could put Gillies in. I mean, the holler in, and that's the way people refer to it. You going down to the holler this weekend? You probably could put it into the men's room. Put it inside the men's room at Gillies. Anissa. Lag. You're out about early this morning. Did I miss anybody saying good morning to you? Anywho,
So, I watched Commonwealth Picker's last video. He was talking about he got a new enclosed trailer to. He's going to start doing storage units and stuff like that because he's not getting enough inventory. I'm like, I don't have that problem.
Well, maybe you get enough for what you do, but you don't get enough for the kind of stuff that Commonwealth does.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things, there was another YouTuber reseller that was has a big. I mean, it's legal to pull behind a pickup truck, but he uses it for his storage room. Like for when he gets new inventory, that's where he keeps everything. He just leaves everything in there until he gets it listed. You can't drink coffee; it's bad for you.
I need to fix up a couple of sheds. I got a shed in the backyard that doesn't have a door. It's got kind of a wide door, and then I've got a wooden shed on the side of my yard, and the siding is decayed. So
Well, maybe you ought to haul both of those out of there and buy you one of those, like 12 by 18 buildings. Have them set it out in your backyard and start moving your crap in. You don't want to make it too nice, though, Todd. You don't want to make it too nice because Gwen might move you out there with all her crap.
Yep.
Make you run a drop cord out there.
Well, the one in the backyard, it's on a solid concrete slab.
Right.
And it's got a good frame. I just need to have somebody come out and reskin it. Put a door on it.
It started, Todd. It started. Look at John Jones.
I wonder if toothbrush holders would work as insulation. String them together and use them inside a shed.
Yeah.
On the walls for insulation.
I don't know. I doubt it.
You do for $20K? No, I ain't gonna pay that. What would it? If you got, you got the frame and you got a concrete foundation. The shed is like 12 by 12. It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's a good size one. It just needs to be re-sided.
Yeah, it's got steel siding.
Right.
I mean, the roof and walls are rusted out and falling, and the door is falling off.
Is it like one of those old Sears metal buildings?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So, and after I'm dead and gone, the kids need to resell this place. It'd be better to have a good shed out there than just a. It looks like a fallen down wreck, but it's not. I mean, it's a. No, I don't think it'd be cheaper to replace it. Just putting new siding on it.
Yeah.
Why would
have
that
you looked
cost?
at,
Why would it cost less to just get a new one?
Does it actually have a frame on the inside of it?
Yeah, it's a solid steel frame. I mean, it's
okay. So it's not like one of the Sears ones where when you put the walls up, they were corrugated to give them some strength.
No,
there's no frame in it. The walls were actually the frame. Good morning, Harbors. Good morning, Deb. I don't know if it's got an actual steel frame on it. You just replace it with wood. Like wood siding, the sheet siding. If you pay somebody to come do that, then you're going to run into a little money besides the siding.
Yeah.
Get you some of that
It's got a
finished.
pecan tree almost laying on it. I mean, the branches are right at the roof.
Well, that's not good.
Mm. It cost $7,000 for lumber at Home Depot for a 12 by 12 shed. You're kidding. How much is steel siding?
I don't know where you would even get something like that. No, you could. This is what a lot of people are doing. They're getting that fiberglass. I don't know what it's called. What's it called, Mr. Sadie? The roofing that's like fiberglass, and they also make it tin, and it's like waves. Anyway, you could they. I've seen several people buy that stuff and use it as siding on their barns and stuff like that.
So
So,
Home Depot has Galvalume for $65 a sheet, 10
and how
foot. So
wide is it?
the shed is like 12 by 12.
No, I'm talking about the sheet.
Oh,
24 by
aren't
10.
aren't they like 24 inches wide?
Yeah.
And you can even pick the color you want. 36 inches wide.
Okay. So that's gonna take 1,
So take
2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe 18 sheets, and then somebody to put it on.
Is the building actually 8 feet tall? How tall is the building?
Yeah, the crown is like
No, I'm talking about the walls, Todd. The walls.
walls are like 8 foot. Yeah.
Okay, so it would take a sheet per section. Because I didn't know whether you could,
So
whether you could cut them in half and use them. Because most of those sheds are not that tall. But if you got an 8-foot one, you're going to have to.
let's see.
Yeah, Jay, but some things are now about $5,000.
So the siding would be about $1,200.
Are you and Gwen going to get out there and reside it?
No.
Okay. As I tell my boys, that's the reason. That's the part that's going to get expensive is the labor on it.
Right. So if it costs, I could probably get it done for about $4,000, couldn't I? $1,200 worth of material and
Yeah. You might want to price after you get your price estimate on that. You need to price some 12 by 12 buildings and see what that'll cost.
anyway. And then my other wood shed, it's got a good wooden frame. It just needs new siding on it. The roof is good on it.
We'll just get enough of that siding to do that 10 just to do both buildings.
And it's about a 8 by 10.
You know what, Mr. Sadie? He could just go buy a couple of cases of duct tape and wrap that sucker in duct tape, couldn't he?
Yeah,
That sucker would. That was a tornado would come through there. There would be nothing left, but they'd find Todd's building still ready to be put stuff in. 20 miles away, where it's just rolled it across the ground. Well, be careful. All this great humor doesn't cause you to laugh too hard, Beth, and crash.
12 prefab 12 by 24, 3,200. Is that delivered and set up? I don't know how you would get back there though. Yeah, I don't know. I may not do anything with it. I may just leave it alone till I'm dead. Filled one out of priority boxes and insulated with poly mailers. There you go. So anyway,
Uh,
I don't really need more space. I need to just make better use of the space that I have.
let's see. Lowe's has a 12x8 one for $1,900. Here's a 12 by 24 at Tractor Supply Company. Now, surely you got one of those down there. 12 by 24 is $5,000.
Ping in my town, everybody goes downtown. And everybody like sits in lawn chairs, and the kids walk around to everybody and just gets candy up and down Main Street. And the cops are there to supervise and stuff like that. So nobody goes trick or treating to the doors here.
Let's go down memory lane here for a moment. When I was of trick or treat, like where we lived in there, so I was less than 12 years old. My younger brother and I, who's 3 years younger than I, we would leave right after dinner, and we'd go out trick or treating, and it would be 9 o'clock before we got home.
I doubt that.
Did they trick or treat in the UK, Bumcrack?
Why wouldn't they?
Because when we went to Australia in '94, the only place that trick or treated in Australia was in Alice Springs, and that was because there was a U.S. U.S. base not too far away from it, and the Australian kids started coming over to the base and trick or treating with the American kids.
Ron had 200 kids drop by.
Wow. Well, that's cool. I mean, really, I wish we didn't have any trick or treaters because we've got such an older neighborhood out here. But I would, I like seeing the little trick or treaters, especially the little ones.
I remember Dad kept a record. He would like make hash marks on a sheet of paper.
Right.
And at the end of Halloween, he would total them up, how many kids came by. And he did that for years and years and years. I think one year he counted up like 450.
Yeah, they just don't do it. But we used to cover. I mean, I lived in Goose Creek, suburb of Charleston, South Carolina, and it was like one subdivision connected to another subdivision connected to another subdivision. Literally, we would.
Oh, great. Start my show and get a cancellation request.
Oh wow.
Sucks.
We would.
I guess it's better that what's better, a cancellation or a return? I guess a cancellation.
Well, if you haven't shipped it, cancellation, I guess, saves you a lot. Is it something expensive?
Nah, it's a couple of cans of Varathane, wood stain.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see what the reason is. Don't they have to put a reason for cancellation?
I don't know.
Not eligible to relist. Why is it not eligible to relist? Cancellation reason won't arrive on time.
Javis, back when I lived in Goose Creek, Monk's Corner was like a block.
Why can't I relist it? That's weird.
Oh God, Anissa.
I have multiple quantity of these, so it's not going to take down the listing if I cancel the request because I have more listed. What the hell?
So you have more. You have more cans listed.
Yeah, I've got a total of I got 10 cans of it, and I'm selling them 2 at a time, so I got 5.
Well, maybe that's the reason you can't relist it, because you've already got a listing up for that product.
Yeah, but they don't give me the option to add this order back into the inventory.
You can't go in to edit the item and change your quantity in that.
Yeah, I can do that, but
Well, that's what you have to do. Yeah, I knew you would say something sooner or later, Anissa.
do 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 do. Bum, bum, bum.
Um,
Anyway, first world problems. Won't arrive on time. How fast do you need? It would have shipped to Texas. Probably be there by Monday. Oh well. Bum, bum, bum. But it's only like $17, so
ye people.
yeah, I did hit the thumbs up on my own show, and then I got the cancellation. That
I
sucked.
would like for everybody right now to hit that thumbs up on Todd's show. Right
Uh,
now.
what's the
Right
point?
now. I want it done right now. If not, I'm going to get out my, I'm going to get out my witch's pot, and I'm going to start stewing up some curses.
You know, all the YouTubers say, "Oh, hit the thumbs up and the like and subscribe," and I'm like, I don't care.
Well, it does help. It does help. As Todd, Scott said yesterday, it does help the logistics of the YouTube channel. But uh, most of those people have like Scott. Scott would have 100 people watching his show, and nobody would hit that thumbs up. So right now, do it now.
So that brings me down to I've only got 3 orders to fulfill this morning.
Dang.
That gave me a break though. Yesterday I spent like 45 minutes packing up that lamp globe.
Now you're going to spend the rest. You're going to spend until it's delivered. You're going to sit there praying every night, dear Lord, let it get there without being broken.
There's an auction preview for an auction Saturday. I need to go buy some more stuff, don't I, Lag?
Okay, there's only 14 likes and there's 23 people watching. Who's holding out? So you went and voted yesterday?
Yeah, it did. We wanted to go early so Gage in his little wheelchair wouldn't have to bump around other people. So we did our voting yesterday. That was a strange ballot. It seems like always on a ballot there will be propositions, like this proposition helps Texas schools be better, or this proposition will increase the roadway sightings or something.
See, I don't have a problem
We
with.
didn't have any propositions. It was all just candidates.
Well, good. We had like 6 for like $2 billion. I don't have a problem with helping approve funding for stuff, but dear God, tell me how are you going to make schools better? What's your plan for making schools better, or for getting traffic under control? Tell me what your plan is, because if your plan is shit, then we're wasting money.
Uh,
That's my little rant for the day.
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, see, that's what I do too, Javis. I'll have it. I'll have, like, if I'm not watching, if I'm not in like a Scott show, I'll have it on my TV, and then I'll have it on my computer because I'm moving around the house, and I can hear it on the TV. But and one time I was like 3 places. I had it on my computer, I had it on the TV in the den, and I had it on the TV in the bedroom because I was folding clothes back there. Yeah, like the last proposition I got cost me $300, and my mama had to come down to the sheriff's department and get me.
Sure. Who won? Well, the election doesn't end until the 5th?
Tuesday. I might Tuesday night. I might do about 8 o'clock. I might do a hangout to discuss how things are going. Because 8 o'clock, Charlotte, the first group of states end at 7, I think, or 7:30, and then the second one is like 8.
Roku has YouTube?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. You download the app. Mr. Sadie, I'm sure if you go over to West Street in St. Louis, you'll get propositioned. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty bad. I'm glad I don't have kids in school. Which my kids went to well, 2 of my kids went to private school. One went to a public school. And that's because the private schools had 10 kids in a class, and Vanya just did not do micromanaging. Tell him what you want him to do, and he would do it. So small classes are not always good. But if I had grandkids that would start in school, I guess I'd be forking out for private school because I don't like schools around here. Anissa, who was your daughter dressed up as in that picture you shared on Facebook? You know, I'm not young and hip. I didn't know who that was.
So I found Sadie's picture after all the honeydews he's been doing.
Uh-huh.
Hang on just a sec.
Damn, Mr. Sadie, she's working your ass off, literally.
She wore all the meat and skin off his bones. Man. She said, and honey's home for
Oh.
Honey's home. Let's put him to work. She wore him plumb out. I lost weight. Funny.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Fort Mill School District is really good. Yeah, she's work. You ain't sitting around on Mrs. Sadie's land and do nothing. Yeah, Jabez wants to know what happened at the Lutheran church yesterday. Did you buy anything?
Mm, that that is special on bag day. So I bought a bunch of clothes. I had clothes for $5 a bag. I was getting like polo shirts for 25 cents a piece. I'll be right back. I gotta kiss an angel. Good morning.
Well, kiss her from me too, and make it a good one. Um, Mr. Sadie, oh, that's right, you're not in here. You have a bone to pick with him. Do you have friends working in school district Fort Mill? It's always been a good school district. A lot of people move out of Mecklenburg County across the line just to get their kids enrolled in Fort Mill School District. Not a clothing seller. You know, a friend of mine is raising his grandkids, and he's got a high schooler, a middle schooler, and an elementary schooler, and it's costing him 40,000 a year for the high schooler, 30,000 for the middle schooler, and 23,000 for the elementary student for a year. That's at the premier private school in Charlotte, Jabez.
Get off my grass.
No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else, and he's got the money to spend that kind of money. He just said, "I'd rather spend the money than have to deal with the damn bullshit at school." Because at the school he's sending them to, they run a tight ship. And he told his high schooler, he said, "You will perform, or I will beat your ass." That's it. And I think that's a motivation that people don't do anymore. I don't think people, first of all, people don't take the time with their kids to make sure they're getting their homework done and getting prepared. But I don't think people like when I was a kid, I knew my dad would beat my ass if I came home with a bunch of D's and F's. Period. I would not see a TV for the rest of that term, and that don't happen now. They'd have DSS brought in on you.
Disabled Sadie Society.
Yeah, only Rock Hills School District is because we have York County is broken up into school districts. There's Fort Mill, Rock Hill, York, and Clover. Rock Hill is also the biggest and has the biggest city.
Hey Harry, how's it hanging? Harry
Yeah,
did a Harry did a video of what sold. Man, he's got some cool stuff he sells. Lanterns and antique old stuff. I like that stuff.
I went to an auction and they had a bunch of the Coleman lanterns. Man, them things were going high. High. Like you're not going to flip them on reselling them high. So it must have been for people who were buying it that were like preppers or, waiting for the next storm to come through so they'll have light. Yeah, Jabez. I went to Northwestern, class of 1976. Go purple and gold. Go Trojans. Yep, our mascot was the Trojans. Yes, we heard about go condoms from other schools.
Go condoms.
Go condoms from other schools.
My sales yesterday were pretty good. I sold.
Well, that's good, Harry. This was at an auction.
Sold a couple of phones and I sold 8 Stanley door knobs to one buyer. They paid $80, but it went upstate New York and it was expensive to ship. Those suckers were heavy.
What was it?
Oh, door sets, door knobs, Stanley brand. It was like $22 to ship them to New York. I did put about that much shipping cost on it, but with the eBay fees.
Yeah.
eBay takes 13% of shipping too, so they got like $3 off of shipping and then like $12 off of the item. I'm like, eh. I need to quit selling big stuff. God.
Wow.
I still haven't fixed that other old typewriter, Harry. You remember the typewriter I fixed with the string on the back? I've still got one on the floor right here. I got to do the same thing to. And it's worth it. It's worth it. This typewriter's a good one to do that too. I just got to make time for it. Ugh.
Good morning, Chastity. You just need more room.
More room.
Yeah, you need to wall in your carport and make it into a workroom.
I don't need more room. I need less stuff.
Get organized.
I just need less stuff. I'm not that bad organized. I just need less stuff. Harry's got 30 typewriters.
God. Are they all listed? Oh, you list them slowly. Sorry.
I mean, this typewriter on the floor is probably over $100. I just need to spend an hour to put that new, put a new string on it. Yeah, I got a printer sitting on the floor over there too. I need to I got the ink for it. I just need to pour it in there and test it and then sell it.
Chastity, I can't remember where you're at. You're south of Charlotte, but there's not any big towns down there. So I was going to say, well, why don't you list that kind of stuff on Facebook Marketplace? But
quit cussing at me, Ron. Stop buying for 45 days. What? Hey, Terry Jim.
Hey, I thought I'd harass you for a little while.
All right.
See what the boys are up to.
The boys.
What we're up to.
I love that, don't you, Todd? The boys.
The men. Men.
You'll always be boys.
Well, that's just it. My aunt, my dad's sister-in-law, Cecil. She was like a second mother. She would call my mom and say, "Well, what's the boys up to?" My older brother was 62 years old. And which means I was in my mid-50s and my younger brother was in our 50s. What's the boys up to? So you're always boys.
There
And
you
that's
go.
okay because Mr. Sadie is a boy compared to me and Todd.
Sultry voice. I've been sick for like 3 weeks, I think.
Wow. What you got?
Pneumonia.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I went to Tennessee. I was starting to get sick. I thought, well, it's a cold. I just couldn't shake it. Didn't feel like, I still was doing stuff, but I had like a lot of rattle and stuff. So I finally went to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, you have pneumonia. So they put me on a bunch of stuff.
Oof.
And I pretty much taken all my stuff. And then I went to West Virginia last weekend, but god dang it, I'm still coughing.
Get Jim to make you up a few toddies,
Okay.
Burn that.
If I go to Jim, go make me a toddy, he's gonna think of something else.
Yeah. It took me a full month to get over COVID cough.
It's not. They didn't test me for COVID, but Brandon started getting sick and he's in football. I'm like, well, I'm just going to take you to a walk-in clinic, give you something so you don't get the same thing I got. They tested him for COVID and strep and he didn't have either. Right. So I would think if it was COVID on my end, because I'm sure he caught it from me, it'd be COVID for him and it wasn't. I won't let him give me a COVID test. You take a COVID test and stick it right up their backside.
I saw that picture of your son that you posted in his football gear.
Oh, yeah. He's turned into a man.
You have a good-looking son there. You had better have a talk with him.
No, he's pretty good. He's on a straight and narrow. And right now, good. If any girls would look at him, he's so oblivious to it, which is good. So, and I don't need no girl coming around screwing shit up for me. I got him going the right direction. So
that's it. Brandy, come on. We got to go. Bitch, get out of here.
Yeah. I'm not having no girl. Oh, you don't want to go to school or anything. Don't you want to stay home with me? Fuck you. Jim's like, if he starts dating some girl, I'm going to sit that girl right down and say, this is the plan. This is what Brandon's going to do. And you better be on board or else. This is like Jim's final legacy to leave on Earth after he dies is Brandon. So he's got this kids going. Brandon wants to go be a lawyer, so we got him where he's gonna go and do that. So
see, the thing about Brandon is Brandon has always been around adults. So he's a lot more grown up in his thinking because. Yeah. So I think that's a big plus there too. But those little girls, I'm not going to say.
There's a lot of good-looking boys on that football team, so they can go pick any of the other 20-some boys on the football team.
Yeah, and Charlie going, "Hey Susie, you don't want Brandon. You want Alexander over there. His dad's a doctor. Yeah. He's got lots of money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes."
He can buy you them Gucci shoes you want for your birthday. Yeah.
Girls have cooties.
Yeah, well, they're almost done. Tonight is their last regular season game.
How are they doing?
Not great. They're going to get in the playoffs, but they got in the playoffs, but I think that first game they got to go play Corbin. And last year Corbin was really tough, and they had a better team. I would be surprised if they make it past Corbin. And they got to drive like 2.5 hours to go to Corbin because it's like way in eastern Kentucky.
Well, I looked at it and I said, this is Jim and Tara. I showed the picture to Roberta. I said, this is Jim and Tara's boy. And she said, is he like a senior? I'm like, no, I think he's like a sophomore. And she's like, well, he's a good looking boy. I said, he gets it from his mama. I said he looks down at both of them. He's
My
like
internet.
I saw a picture of Barron Trump with his mom and daddy the other day on the news, and he's taller than everybody.
He's huge. But he is like a big beanpole, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, he's slender.
Yeah, he's like
And
he looks like he could go play in the NBA.
Yeah. White boys can't jump though.
Well, there's a few that can jump.
Okay, let's back up for a second. Who is these sign guys, Jabus? Is that their YouTube? I mean, their YouTube channel. What's their? Who are they?
Sign guys.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting to find out about. I don't know who they're talking about.
Oh, get it.
Oh,
Did they hurry up, ship it, Todd, before they cancel it, or was that Tara?
No, it wasn't me. My phone is dead.
Yeah, I got 4 orders to ship now.
There you go.
I sold a pair of military surplus gloves. Yay. $11. I'm rich. The old bang bang sound. That's right.
Is a local sign
Ron, they told me at the last auction they were shutting down for a week or so and going on a European vacation. So the next Colleen auction won't be until like the 10th.
Ours will slow down here even for online, like between Thanksgiving to Christmas.
I think they said the 10th, Ron. What day is the 10th? Is that a Sunday? They always end their auctions on Sunday. Calendar. Yeah, November 10th, I think. So this time next week it'd be time to put in bids. So
I thought you just said it was complaining about having too much stuff.
So tomorrow is the Day of the Dead. What is today?
Well, today's All Saints Day.
Today is Diwali, whatever that is. The 3rd is Daylight Savings Time.
All right, we're not going to start barking, are we?
So we fall back, right? We go back an hour.
Yeah. Spring forward, fall back.
So we lose an hour's sleep on Sunday.
No, we gain an hour.
Oh, we gain
So
an hour.
instead of being 7 a.m., it'd be 6 a.m.
Okay. Tuesday's election.
John Jones, you're not right, son. Have you taken your meds today?
Hey, quit it, you guys. Come on, we're not doing that, right? No, Sassy, quit.
Sassy.
So the 28th is Thanksgiving. Y'all got big plans for turkey and dressing and stuff?
Shit, no. I don't even cook turkey anymore. We go over to Jim's family's house and they do all the cooking. So I have like no purpose on the holidays anymore.
That's what I was
Which is fine.
That he's not
Diwali
right.
is the patron saint of cordless
Yeah, and the
drills.
pack of wolves are our own dogs. I don't know what Jim's doing. He went outside and he's got the dogs all revved up. So they're running around barking in the living room out the window. They're looking out the windows in the living room barking. Yeah, no, we own the pack of wolves.
You know, speaking of the auctions y'all were talking about, I loved when Jim and Tara were up in Wisconsin and they they would do their auction.
Hauls.
Oh yeah,
I
those
can
were
do a
so
haul
good.
now. I got the box trucks full of shit, and I got to list it, and I'm not barely getting in it right now. I've been gone a lot.
There'd be 6 inches of snow on the damn ground out there.
I'll miss that. I can tell you this: Halloween, where I used to live, they got 1 to 3 inches of snow. Where
Wow.
Nikki lives, towards Duluth and that northwestern part of Wisconsin, they got
Right.
3 to 5 inches of snow. Now the ground's warm, so it probably ain't gonna really stick,
Right.
but it's already starting up there.
Well, where Nikki lives is hell on earth, frozen hell on earth. Because I was watching I watch on occasion. I turn it on the TV in the den. It's a camera on the port in
Yeah.
Duluth, where the ships are coming in and out of the harbor.
Hmm.
And so, because I'm on a channel, they sent this thing, and they showed the ship coming in. This was recorded. They showed the ship coming in, and then they showed it again the next morning, and it was stuck because the damn harbor froze over during the night because it got down to like 1 billion degrees below
Oh,
zero.
we put it in the mailbox?
Put in the mailbox, not supposed to.
Mhm.
That's all right.
And I was like, I ain't living no place like that.
No.
Never. No.
It's worth it to go visit it. Honestly, to tell you the truth, like where Nikki
cha-ching.
lives, she's up on the
Oh,
lake.
paid.
It's a little warmer for her than it was where I used to live because I was farther off the lake. The lake actually makes it a little warmer. Now you wouldn't like it anyway, Tom, because you'd freeze your ass off up there.
No, I've said before I would like to go up there in February.
No,
Wait a minute.
don't go-
Well, let
no.
me finish my little dream here. Fly in on Friday, get up Saturday morning and walk around town while it's snowing and holding hands with the woman that I love more than life itself. Get us some nice lunch, go out walking around again, and Sunday morning get on a damn jet back to
Okay, Tom.
Charlotte.
Okay, Tom, you're
Yeah.
going to get off the plane and you're going to be like, what the hell am I doing here? Because in February in Duluth, you're not going to be walking up and down. Tom thinks in February in Duluth, he's going to be walking up and down the streets to see the snow and to, go get a coffee or a lunch or something. What's it going to be like walking around in the streets of Duluth in
Well,
February?
you're gonna need a spacesuit.
Okay, I'm trying to be romantic, and y'all were just
Okay,
Yeah, this ain't like Courier and I. It's
yeah,
like,
it sounds like a Hallmark movie. Like, oh look, put our mittens on. There's a little snow on
Did
the
you ever see that movie, The Thing, with Kurt Russell? Remember when they had to have the rope so they could get to the tool shack or whatever? Yeah, that's Duluth in the wintertime.
I guess it's the same thing when people say I want to come to Charleston, South Carolina during August, right before the kids go back to school.
Well, we went to Florida. I will say we went to Florida a lot in August, and the first time I went to Florida with Jim, we flew down there, and I remember I came out of the airport, and I'm like, holy shit, it is humid down here because it's very humid.
Well, in Charleston, you will pass out because you can actually feel the air going into your lungs.
But I mean, honestly, like Florida's nice because it's peninsula. So you guys got a breeze going across. I mean, we'd go to Disney and that, and it'd be like 98 or whatever. I mean, I'd actually get pretty used to it. I mean, if I needed a break, I'd be like, let's go to the Hall of Presidents, because I knew that's like a half hour in air conditioning.
Well, let's say you have a hurricane though in Florida, and your dad says, "Okay, we're in Wisconsin." He's like, "We got to drive down there and go put some shingles on the roof down in the house in Florida." Okay, so we bring shingles with us because they were all sold out. We get down there. Which was that, Charlie?
I don't know. It's before you start seeing.
I think it was Charlie.
Andrew? No, Andrew's in the.
No,
90s.
it was. I think it was Charlie. So anyway, so we go down there and put when it's 11:30, and you're shingling a roof, and you're from Wisconsin, and you're on a roof in Florida. That breeze don't make much difference. I'll tell you that. The tubes of blackjack. I've never had this. All of a sudden, I hear this popping noise. It was the tubes of that tar caulk were actually popping on the roof like Pillsbury dough things. I mean, because it was so freaking. You pick up the shingle. And you got to pick it up with both hands and hold as much of it as you can because they're so delicate. If you try to pick it up by a corner, the shingle just rips in your hand because everything is like melting and hot. Yeah, it's crazy. And I almost walked off the roof, and I'm like, I should go inside and get a quick drink. So anyway,
yeah, it gets hot down there.
I will say the hottest place I went though was when I was a kid. We went to Arizona in the summer on this bus trip, and that heat, it was like being in an oven.
Yeah. Well, you don't have it like we do over here. Well, you actually do.
I don't know,
'Cause
it gets pretty warm in Kentucky for this northern Yankee Wisconsin girl. I mean, sometimes in the summer it gets pretty warm here.
When it gets 100, we get hot.
Yeah, and it'll get muggy here. It'll get real humid.
But I will
here.
say now, like if the thermostat's set below like 74, I'm like, ah, my feet. I'm in the Antarctic.
Yeah, that's because you're getting old too. Yeah.
Well, I will say, like when I lived in
68
northern
old.
when I lived in 80, it'd be like, oh my god, it's so oppressively hot.
Yeah.
Now down here, since I've been here for a few years, 80 is like the new 70. It's like, oh no, it's nice out today. It's just 80 out anyway.
Jim, are you 60 now?
No, next year.
July.
He's in his final countdown to 60.
I'm just old though. I don't get my government check yet. I'm waiting to cash in on my big benefits. I want all the benefits I deserve.
How? You've always been self-employed, haven't you?
No, I quit working in 91. Yeah, 91 was my last year I drew a paycheck.
You're not going to draw much.
Well, you have to pay in when you're self-employed too,
it's
Tom.
better than
Oh, that's
zero.
right.
I like these people. I can't afford to pay this much for your item. Can you give it to me cheaper? I'm on a fixed income. Wait a minute. So your ass don't have to get out of bed. You get a check. God bless you. You know, I wish I was on a fixed income. See, I got it. I'm like a shark. I got to keep swimming or I suffocate.
Have a good day, Harry. Good luck at the pop-up yard sale and the estate sale.
Oh wow, Lag said no. This is a good point because you're worried about this election. Trump is cutting Social Security. Good luck. Now just wait. He said Trump's going to win this election on Tuesday.
Oh yeah! Oh, thank you, Leg. I was having a crappy day. Oh, thank the maker. Oh man!
And he is not cutting Social Security. He's going to make Social Security federally tax-free.
Has there ever been an election where the Republican boogeyman wasn't going to cut Social Security?
Yeah.
Now they may reduce benefit. Well, he's not because he can't. He's not the legislature. Anyway,
Well, see,
the bill has to come from the House. The bill has to come from the House, get passed by the Senate, and then get signed by the president. So it's tough for him to do that.
see, I don't know how any president, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, the Diddy party, whatever. I don't know how they can do executive orders and spend all this damn money. I thought all money had to go through the legislature. Because if I was the Speaker of the House, when a president said, well, we're going to spend, I've done an executive order to spend $3 trillion, I'd be like, no, you don't have it because you don't have the checkbook.
Yeah, but when did they do an executive order that could spend that kind of money?
Well, they do it. They've done it all the time. They've spent a lot
Does it have
of
to
money.
be like do they have to declare it as an emergency to use that kind of?
I don't know.
executive
I
power?
don't know. They're just talking.
Give me an example so I can, because I can't think of a time.
I don't know. I'm going by what Kamala says.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, you're listening to Kamala? Let's see, mistake number one. I listened to what Kamala said. How can you hear anything she says? She can't hardly. It's like this word salad of babble comes out.
Well, to answer your question,
And I listen to the other side, so I get it. But I mean, she is hard to. How do you ever get a plan out of her or stuff that I don't know? How's she going to change?
Well, to answer your question, I was born in a middle-class family by middle-class parents in a middle-class neighborhood in a lower middle-class community. I was that white boy that had to travel across town on a school bus. That's the kind of crap you get. I am right wing. No, I'm not ultra right wing. but I'm right wing.
I'm ultra MAGA.
Ultra
I
MAGA.
am garbage.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
I'm one of the garbage people. I want to get a garbage people T-shirt, but
Yeah,
I'll
thank you,
make it
Stephen.
myself.
Thank you. That you're right. Because this stuff is not going to end at Tuesday night. It's going to be YouTube news. Everything is going to be full of BS about this damn election.
Well, we won't get all the ads in the mail and stuff.
Oh, geez. You know what?
All the postcard things.
After this is over, I've already started drafting a letter to my city councilman that represents our area and say, enough is enough. You're always bitching about recycling and the garbage and all this kind of stuff. Y'all need to put like a 3 cents disposal fee for any non-first class mail.
Do you get to vote for Lindsey Graham, or is he South Carolina?
North Carolina. Is he running this time?
No, I think he ran last election.
Yeah.
So he'll be at the midterm in 2 years.
Because we
I don't like Lindsey Graham, but anyway, I was just curious.
Well, we're supporters of him, so he would call my dad. But they go way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to vote for Herb Cole because he
Yeah.
put me in school. But
I think I like Herb Cole better than Lindsey Graham. Though.
Bob Kasten was the freaking, and he didn't call back.
Oh.
My dad was throwing me out of the house, and he said, "You're either going to school or you're out on the street." So I said, "Okay, I'll take school. It's December in Wisconsin. I'll take." So he starts. I go, "But I don't think I can get in this late." He goes, "I'll make it so you can get in late." So he starts making phone calls. He calls a Republican senator, and that was Bob Kasten at the time. And Kasten's office doesn't even respond. He calls up Cole's office, so he doesn't get Cole, but he gets one of his whatever you call them, aides or whatever. And they said, "Yeah, we'll look into it." Well, the next day he gets a phone call. Is the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point okay for him? And my dad's like, "Yeah, that'll work. It's the closest one to us."
Oh, you didn't pick it? It's just what
No.
Herb Cole picked his school.
She got a hold of the chancellor, and the chancellor of UW Stevens Point gave me the okay. Because when I walked in, they're like, "Yeah, there's a problem here. You don't have any SAT scores or anything." I said they told me to show up, and they're like, "Oh no, wait, yeah, no, this person." They look up, okay, he's got special go through. So I went through all the stuff, didn't have to meet any of the requirements, and boom, I was in school. So then after that, I did feel obligated to vote for Cole.
I have a friend, and God bless him, he is stupid as a box of bricks. And he was wanting to go to university, and his grades just was not right. I mean, he didn't have really bad grades, but he was not really college material for most of the universities in South Carolina.
Yeah, that would be me.
And his father said, because he kept getting all these letters, saying sorry, but we can't help you out here. So his father called. And I'm not going to say the name because Jameis and Chastity probably knows it. It's a small college here in town or in South Carolina, and he called the president of the school and said, "My son wants to go to college. We're having problems getting him in. We're sending you documentation over to you. I want him enrolled this fall." And they said, "Send us the paperwork." Anyway, they enrolled him, and he said, my friend said, "Dad, how did you get me in there?" He says, "Because our family paid for a fucking building over there, a dormitory over there." And there's a dorm named after his family.
Placement test with you?
Yeah, they do that with everybody.
They did placement tests for Jim, but he went out and partied the night before.
I know. Well, they said it was a tour. Okay, so it's a tour. So what am I gonna do?
He gets just drunk off his ass.
Yeah, drunk and whatever. Anyway, so I'm still high as a kite the next day. So I go in there. Yeah, I wind up in this thing. I wind up in this English class at the end of the semester. I'm like, what? And I mean, I went to Ogden Elementary in Chicago, so I'm used to being the only white kid in the classroom. Okay, I get it. So anyway, so we're all doing these assignments. After 2 weeks, The guy is the director of he's the or dean of the English department at Point. He says, Mr. Carey, can you come over here and talk to me? I'm like, yeah, okay. He goes, what are you doing in this class? He goes, is English your second language or something? I'm like, well, no. He goes, yeah, I didn't think so. He goes, yeah, he goes, obviously you can do this. He goes, well, how did you get here? I go, it was something with my placement. I wrote a placement. They had me write an essay for placement and they stuck me here. It's like, okay. He goes, well, come back into class tomorrow. Because I'm like, oh, this will be, well, it wasn't even easy A. I think it was a pass fail. So I get in there. Next thing you know, next class I go to, they put me in English 101, regular freshman English 101.
Yeah, it's like for people that English is their second language, like learning English.
They were either Asian or many shades of different colors. It was a good, but they were all from different countries. I mean, they were all foreigners. English was all their second language or whatever. So anyway, so they got me in the right class. I got to be friends with the English guy and actually did some other stuff with him later in school when I was actually getting good grades.
I went to school with a black kid in high school. We ran in the same group, and when he was a junior, because I didn't meet him till he entered high school. But while he was in junior high, they lived up in Maine, and he went in. He said, first day of class, he goes there, and he said he was the only black kid in the school. He and his sister were the only black kids in the school. And he said he walked in there one day, or the first day of class, and everybody was standing up, saying what their name was and, something about their likes and whatnot. This is junior high. And he stood up and he said, for those that don't know, this is what a black kid looks like. Because he said there was 2 out of like 1,000 kids, there were 2 black kids in it. And he said he understood why. He said because he froze his ass off up there.
I was like that when we lived in northern Wisconsin, Eagle River. Yeah, there was hardly any black kids. I mean, in a school of, how many are in the high school?
Well, you had Arnold and Willis on TV.
No,
you didn't have a television?
No, I'm talking about when we lived in Eagle River, asshole.
No, well, they had television in Eagle River. That's where we saw them. What you talking about, Willis?
I'm talking about when we lived up there.
Fred Sanford?
Ago. There was like 2 kids in the high school. I think there's like 500 or 600
No,
kids
we were hip. We were down with we're singing the blues. We're feeling it.
Okay. I got to go.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
On that note, we're going to end this show.
Yeah.
No, it's not nothing to do with it. That I got to go and the damn peeps in the off, or no, they're saying it's time for Tom to go. It's time for Tom to go.
The cats tell you what to do.
Yeah, we're not going to put ourselves
down. Texas Bandit, the rest of them.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, here I thought you worked for yourself. I didn't know you worked for the cats. Come on, Tom.
It's Jabus Lindsay is like Strom Thurmond was. He works for his state, so they'll keep electing him. Strom Thurmond was, he won by and in North Carolina, what was his name? We had a Democrat here that was the Democrat senator forever, and it's because it didn't matter what party he was in, he voted what was best for the state of North Carolina, and he always won he made some slurs about gay people. He still won by a landslide. Even the gay people voted for him because he voted.
Do you have any gay people in North Carolina?
Oh yeah, well, we did. They might be all white. They might be in Tennessee now because
we have them in Kentucky. They're on the television. They've got that called Drag Race.
Asheville was San Francisco of the East Coast. So anyway,
I suppose with the flooding though, they probably hard to see what's going on up in Asheville.
Yeah, no, I don't buy cat litter, Jabus. I go to Tractor Supply. They have wood pellets for like bedding and cat litter, that type of thing. It's a lot cheaper, and it's a lot better because it does. You don't have any smells and stuff like that. So anyway,
we had a cat when I was a kid. Cat went outside with the dogs. It had a litter box, never used it, and never went inside. Was housebroke to go out with the dogs and take a dump. It was the only cat we ever had that did that. But
My cats don't go outside.
Okay, we'll
If you
go
have a
put your
cat-
cats out there.
My cats will
They-
never be outside.
These cats will not go outside while we're living in the
Oh,
city.
you mean they don't leave the building? I thought you meant they don't make toilet outside. Okay, wow.
Oh no!
Bob, you
no,
gotta get
no.
those cats outside. Come on.
No. All right, I got to go. Y'all have a great
All right.
time.
Wrap her up, Todd.
Yeah, we're shutting it down. We'll see y'all Monday, I guess.
All right.
So, yeah,
Peace.
we talked to Beard yesterday. He's asked him if he was going to do a show tonight. He said, "Don't count on it." So
What's he up
there
to?
you go.
I think he got burnt out on all the YouTube and stuff. Because
Yeah.
he was
the
on.
election is too stressful.
I was gonna listen to his replay for Wednesday, and I saw there wasn't one. I'm like, I wonder if he's gone or something.
No, I think he just got.
Sounded like he was pissed off at all those stupid comments he was getting in the chat and stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna happen when you put yourself out to the public. You'll get stupid comments.
Well, Scott and I
Yeah.
should do a video if Trump loses, where we're both like crouched down halfway and just start screaming at the ground.
Oh boy.
Make some memes.
Oh, you talk about the woman that's she's.
Yeah, the one with the glasses. It's
Oh yeah, yeah.
All
right.
right. Bye.
You have a great weekend. Bye.